I want to get to the Cleveland Cavaliers, who locked up a division title and home court in the first round with a win over the Knicks last night. And here is Tyronn Lue talking about Cleveland's defense yesterday. Take a listen.
It'll be totally different next week. So we'll probably do things we haven't done all season. When it comes to the playoffs, things we've been working on all year, and it's the same thing we do every playoff season. So we'll see what happens.
All right. So look. This has been a very uneven season defensively. I think they're back to 29th out of 30th in the league. You can do all the numbers. No team has won the finals, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? We had all of those permutations last year, and guess what? They still made it to the finals.
The King.
And I do believe in Ty Lue as a defensive coach. I don't think he gets quite enough credit for that. So do you buy that they will be able to play differently defensively in the postseason?
No. Look. This is the common misnomer, right? People say, oh, defense wins championships. No.
Well, not in this league anymore.
Right, but no, people still say that. They say, oh, you got to be able to defend at a certain level. Look, the idea is you better be elite at something, right? And Cleveland is elite at offense. I don't think their defense is very good, and I don't believe in defense is something that you can, like last year, you can't turn it on. You can't turn it on after 82 games of doing it wrong, right? But you got to guard them too. And we know LeBron and 4 shooters, that's really, really hard to guard. And so if you're not an elite team like a Houston, like a Golden State, the Cavs, I think, can be a not great defensive team, but be good enough because their offense is that good.
Yeah, can you change in the playoffs? I mean, you can buckle down in the playoffs. You can care more.
It can't really change too much. Right. Like, their shot selection, their offense has to be their defense, too, because they got to take better shots. But then bringing in, he's not a shot blocker, but he's a physical guy. He's going to bring some physicalness to Kendrick Perkins.
Oh, we're not even there yet.
Driving. Well, I'm just saying, just driving to the paint. You got a guy in there that's going to lay some iron and that's not going to give up no easy shots. So.
Come on.
I'm just saying.
He's not going to play, though.
But he's a defensive-minded guy.
Okay, that's true. Like, I mean, we might as well transition to the Perk topic.
I will tell the people, in case you didn't hear, the Cavs are going to use their final roster spot. It's like an annual tradition in Cleveland. Yeah. They are signing 13-year NBA veteran Kendrick Perkins. For those of you who do not remember, and you should, he won a title with the Celtics in 2008. He's been part of 3 other finals teams in Boston, Oklahoma City, and Cleveland. Now, he hasn't played in the NBA on the court since 2015-16, but Stephen, look, when he thought he was going to kind of join them in training camp, they ended up not having a roster spot for him. He went to the G League and said, you know what? I'm just going to work, and when you need me, call me. And here they are again, calling him up. I have tremendous respect for Kendrick. I've been around him a lot on a lot of different teams. As you say, his toughness on the court rubs off on other people. And in the locker room, the way his teammates react to him, I have rarely seen someone so well liked.
He's well respected because they know he's going to give his all. And he walking like he talking.
Right.
You know, he's gonna go out there and play well. He's gonna play hard. And you know, he's from my neck of the woods. Golden Triangle boy. He's like a little brother to me. Same high school coach. So I'm glad he got another shot, a great shot with LeBron to be on his team. But I know what he brings to the team. He might not be on the court averaging points and like that, but the experience and the toughness and being ready to play and getting these guys ear, I think he's the guy for the job.
I don't think he's gonna play, but I think it's a savvy pickup for the Cavs because. You look outside of LeBron and Kevin Love and J.R. Smith, you got
a young team.
You got guys like Rodney Hood, who last year was his first time in the playoffs.
Not outspoken.
You got Jordan Clarkson. You got Larry Nance, never been in the playoffs before, never even been 500 before.
Right.
And even the George Hill limited kind of playoff experience. I know in Indiana they had some deep years.
Also.
But you need a guy like Perk to come in and not only bring that experience and that leadership and guidance, but also a different voice. Because if you've been hearing LeBron kill you all year long, it's like, I'm not trying to hear it again. But if it's a new voice that comes in and it's like, oh, sometimes guys are just more willing to listen to somebody.
And it's more of speaking of, I'm motivating you, but I got your back. Not pointing the finger. And some teams need that.
And so I think this is a great pickup for them, even if he doesn't play a second.
Right. And to put a bow on the whole Cleveland discussion, look, I do think that this defense will get better during the playoffs. I think that if Ty Lue says he's going to focus on it, that will make a difference because of the kind of coach he is. That being said, as you know, I feel very strongly if you have had bad habits all season, and we saw this with Cleveland, I don't know, it was game 3 maybe, right, where we saw where they had it and they could not defend the way they needed to because they were not used to doing what they needed to do. So I'm curious to see how this works out, but I do like Kendrick Perkins. All right, Wizards, I do want to move to that part of the Eastern bracket because the last time we saw Washington on the court, They were losing to the Hawks, which, for your information, is the team on the court that was trying to lose. Washington is 2-8 in its last 10 games. One anonymous longtime Eastern Conference scout has an idea why. Candace Buckner of the Washington Post did a really strong piece. Go click on it. Here's a quote. If you run the same things week in and week out, and those things don't change, those become stale. The league doesn't take that long to adjust to that. This, by the way, is why Candace is such a good beat writer.
She's awesome.
Is that she goes and finds the other layer. That is an interesting quote. You have worked in scouting. What do you think of this comment?
Yeah, I kind of agree. That was why when John Wall went out and they had that burst and
They're playing different.
They're playing different. It was the scouting reports that we're working with all year long, all of a sudden were not valid because the style of play had changed and also personnel. Satoransky took a much bigger role, and Otto Porter played a completely different role from what he was doing before. The hope was when Wall would come back, they'd be able to mix the two, but it seems like they've reverted kind of back to
There was some of that. There was some mixing. I don't know.
It's just coming back, being out and coming back, it just takes a while. His timing and stuff was off, and their offense is definitely predictable because it's only two guys that's going to get the ball and make plays. Everybody else is just spotting up or rolling. So they have to make some changes, definitely, but James being out definitely hurt the team.
I do want to say also that
John.
There are offenses that are predictable, but you still can't stop it.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what the Cavs are going to do.
You know what the Cavs are going to do. The Rockets, for instance. I think the Rockets offense is extremely predictable.
Sure.
But just because I can sit here and tell you what they're going to do doesn't mean, okay, now we can stop them, right? So the idea is, yeah, you got to keep things fresh. You add little wrinkles. Maybe this time a guy's backdoor cut instead of curling off or whatever. But the idea is, if you're going to go to something and again, you better be damn good at it where I'll tell you what the play is and you still can't stop it.
They got to add something besides pick and roll. That ain't just, they got to add something to
Well,
that.
I will go back to, I do think teams with high talent players do tend to win games, and I like the high talent that they have in a couple of their players on that team, but they have gotten themselves in a position in the bracket where their first round matchup is by definition going to be so much harder than it would have had to have been.
I think it's going to be hard. I think every single first round matchup in both conferences is going to be hard.